Hi, friends! Welcome to the Golden Lotus Studio Open Mic Night. I am your host, Siena Friend. Nice to see everybody, and thanks to all our artists for joining us. Our featured artist this evening is the very talented Aspen Wood, so stick around for the end, and she'll be doing some songs for us, and we'll do a little Q&A chat as well, so be sure to stick around for that. And thanks, as always, to Golden Lotus Studio for hosting us this evening. And thanks to our viewers for joining in. I'm going to start us off with a song. Take these headphones off. So we do this thing at Golden Lotus Studio called the Friday Afternoon Songwriting Club, which we do every Friday, and we write a song in about an hour with some guided prompts. And so I decided I was going to play the song that I wrote yesterday. So it's very, very new and like unfinished. But I thought I'd give it a try because it was kind of a fun song and I haven't written anything new in a while. So it is called either The New Summer Hit or Only as Good as July. Skipping stones against the waves, fighting against time. The endless plot of summer days, through the haze I almost reached out for your hand. Meet face to face, come back again, meet on dry land. The day we met I saw you cry, and so I trusted you. The beauty of the tears is they don't lie. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how, but I just knew. Girl, get your eyes checked, look around you, get a clue. It's only as good as July. Your guess is as good as it gets. It's only a matter of time. That song comes on the radio every 10 minutes, but I never get tired of the new summer hit. They can do it, so can we. Turn the music up. I'll choose the notes, you choose the key. Might not agree, at least we gave it a fair shot. When the sun sets, when the dust settles, here we are. We're only as good as July. Your guess is as good as it gets. It's only a matter of time. That song comes on the radio every 10 minutes, but I never get tired of the new summer hit. Red hair, red cheeks, your tongue tells me everything. Your lips, you're sweet, your tongue tells me everything. Red hair, red cheeks, your tongue tells me everything. Your lips, you're sweet. Thank you guys. I think I totally forgot some of the words there, but it's all good. All right, next up we have the amazing Keller Parker, singer-songwriter. Go ahead and spotlight you, Kella. Hey.
Thank you. I love that song. It's really sweet.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and I don't know how you can expect to not forget a few of the words if you just wrote it yesterday. So I thought you did a pretty killer job considering that it's brand new. So that was fun. Yeah, I just have one song as well. I have been working on producing a lot of instrumental music that I wouldn't perform. Like it's not that kind of music. So I'm just gonna do a little song that I released a new version of a couple weeks ago, and it's called Side by Side. You left my words round where they fell. Have I gone and done my usual? I wanted everything, pushed it all away. You know I need you most. When I'm wet in the wires, won't you say my name? I'll be alright when you hold out your hand, bring me back. Oh, I've been riding shotgun again. With you, I'd still go anyway. I've been lost, won't you find me now? On our own, we go round and around. Side by side, we'll find all we lost. And I'll see you once again. Call it the start, not the end. You hide away, blinds always shut. The wolves that had you so long, you're still trying to outrun. Gotta lay down those clever swords, make the racket stop. Gotta show up, well, we're ready all night. Like the night we met, the look in your eyes, I could fly, yeah. My feet are on the ground. This time I've been lost, won't you find me now? On our own we go round and around. Side by side we'll find all we lost. I won't run, I'll stay where the demons gather. Walls we built will fade away. When you're ready, I'll be there. I've been lost, won't you find me now? On our own we go round and around. Side by side we'll find all we lost. Side by side we'll find all we lost. And we'll be side by side again. Call it the start, now the end. Thank you.
That was beautiful, Kella. Thank you.
Thanks.
You said you just released that one?
Yeah. That it's kind of like the latest version of a song that I've released previously, but yes, I just released it a couple weeks ago.
Nice. Beautiful. All right, next up we have Rich Johnson. who I just met for the first time, but I'm excited to hear him perform. Glad to have you here, Rich.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Nice to meet you guys. um, so this song is the first song I've written and finished. It's called King of Tomorrow. My background is mostly as a clarinetist, playing in orchestras, but I've been wanting to get more into songwriting, so here it goes. Maybe what you're afraid of's not knowing what you're made of. So you put off your dream another day, full of a million reasons to delay. And while the child inside you's dying to play, those wild barking fears keep your fingers at bay. And your voice grows smaller, the mountain gets taller, when you're the king of tomorrow, never today. Oh, never today. And your voice grows smaller, the mountain gets taller, when you're the king of tomorrow, never today. Oh, never today. It's easy to dream that you'd be the best when you don't put yourself through a single life test. And maybe the dream couldn't be what it seems. You lock it all away. You lock it away for one more day, and you tell yourself that you're not running far from yourself. But deep down you know that you are. There's no time to be a star when you're the king of tomorrow, never today. The days add up and turn to years, wasted, paralyzed by fears. And I'm sobered by reality, an imaginary legacy is all that will be left of me, as long as I continue to be the king of tomorrow. Oh, never today, the king of tomorrow, never today.
Woo! Awesome. Thank you so much, Rich. That was beautiful. You'll have to keep it up and come back and play some more songs for us. That was really lovely. All right, next up we have Corey Fair. Hey, Corey, joining us for the second time at this open mic, I think.
Hey friends, how y'all doing?
Speak for everybody. We're doing great.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking behind me and I realized I have my washer and dryer open here, so we'll just pretend like we're closing the door there a little bit. Yeah, thanks so much for having me back. This was such a blast. I really loved the first few songs everybody did there. Like it's one of the things I really appreciate about this is it being a songwriters open mic, because it's so, you know, there's different flavors of open mic, and that's awesome to sort of like, you know, have different sort of vibes and energies and stuff like that. I'm from Denver, Colorado. Can you tell by dropping in vibes and energies and stuff into into the convo? But yeah, I really appreciate what the space that you're all are holding here, and the ability to sort of like get up there. And you know, I love the fact that folks are able to, you know, bring new material out, and even if it's not like something that we're comfortable with, you know, getting it out there to breathe and sort of like bring it into the world is like such an important part of that songwriting process. So I'm gonna buck the trend if it's okay, and I'll do like 1.5 songs. I don't mean to bogart it too much here, but you know, we'll do the first one's a still kind of a work in progress. So it's a little bit shorter here, so I'll just go ahead and dive in if that's cool. So
Sounds great. Yes.
Yeah, so this one doesn't have a name yet, but there was a gal that I was like talking to, and we talked about like doing different versions of like popular songs in new and different ways, and so I was like trying to play it out with like different keys and stuff, and it was really the spark or the impetus that made me start thinking about, I've had like several disparate parts of songs or like pieces that I've like written. I'm like they haven't found themselves together sort of thing, but like just this little exercise of trying to do something with a capo on in a certain position made me approach these different song pieces differently, and so they found each other. So I'm not sure exactly where this is going to go. I'm going to stop talking and just play a little bit here. So brand new song, never seen the light of day. Maybe that's what it's called. You hear that okay? Cool. All right.
Woo!
Thank you. Thanks. So, just a fun little ditty, and again, good to get it out there in the world and just kind of see where it goes from there. So, thanks, folks. So I like to have prompts, as someone who's like either from like a songwriting perspective or from a performance perspective. It's always good to just like think about like where just find inspiration for what to play and stuff like that. So with tomorrow coming up, I'm like, what's a song that sounds like there might be fireworks in it and stuff. So I also have a background as like a punk rock or metal guitarist too. So this is going to be a little taste of that a little bit. This song is called Night Drive.
Corey. That was super fun. I really enjoyed that.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me. I was enjoying it.
Thank you for coming. Yes, I love hearing people's new stuff. I always love hearing that you're trying out something here for the first time because that's absolutely what we love to offer in this space. So thank you for sharing that. And we are at our featured songwriter of the evening. I feel like this night's gone by quickly. Everyone's had some short songs, but they've been lovely. So our featured songwriter tonight is Aspen Wood, and I'm so excited to have her. I met Aspen probably a couple years ago at the Songwriting School of Los Angeles at some of their open mic nights, and was just really impressed by her and a fan of her music, and haven't seen her for a while, but I know that she's been busy releasing music this year and producing her own music, and we'll get into talking about all of that with her. But now I'm going to go ahead and spotlight you, Aspen, and let you take the stage.
Hi, everyone. As you said, my name is Aspen Wood. I'm 15 years old, and the first song I'm going to play for you is the title track of my debut EP, Karma, which is out now. Little disclaimer, I just got back from camp like 2 days ago, and I got super sick, and I'm still coming off of that, but I'm going to do my best for you guys, and without further ado, here's my song. Anybody tell ya what comes around goes around and around? Didn't your mama teach ya everything that goes up must come down somehow? Down the line you'll be lost and I'll be doing just fine. Till then, have a good time. Keep in mind that karma, 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 you're gonna get ya, and there's nothing you can say. Karma, 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 you're gonna get ya, and this time you can't run away. Karma, 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 karma. I won't be the first to tell ya, you gotta get your head out of the clouds. One day she's bound to catch up. You'll be left alone, screaming out for now. Keep it up, I'll be high and rolling out of luck. Till then, cross the fine line, keep in mind that karma, 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 you're gonna get ya, and there's nothing you can say. Karma, 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 she's gonna catch ya, and this time you can't run away. Karma, 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 karma. Karma. Thank you. Okay.
Awesome. Oh, you can just change your sound. We have an echo issue between Aspen and I, so we need to I have to make her adjust her sound setting, but after every song. That was amazing. I love that song, and I have to say I've listened to your songs on Spotify and they're really awesome, but I love your live performing. So it's really fun to get to see you play live again, and you sound so great.
Awesome to play live again.
Yeah, it's been not the best year for that.
Yeah.
So you're 15. I think when I met you, you were 13 or 14. When did you start writing your own music?
I started writing my music about a year after I started playing guitar, when I was about 12, 13-ish. And I wrote Karma about within like 9 months of that. And I was when I moved to LA, I'd been writing for about half a year. But yeah, I've been playing guitar for 3 years, and I've been writing my own songs for about 2.5.
Amazing. Was there something particularly that inspired you after you had started, playing guitar that made you think, oh, I could write my own songs? Either like an artist or just something in your life?
Well, the reason I picked up the guitar was when I was like 12, I had an obsession with Ed Sheeran. I was like, I need to be a musician. And so I started playing guitar. And right before my 13th birthday in 2018, I got to see him live. And like, that was the moment where I knew this is what I need to do, and I want to do it. I want to work until I can be playing big shows like this, because it's just so amazing. And so that's when I started trying to write my own songs.
Amazing. That's super cool. Well, I love the one you just shared. Really powerful song. And yeah, let's hear another one.
Thank you. Okay, so this next song, capo's right here. This next song I wrote about a year ago. I think it was last July. And we were kind of already in the midst of the pandemic, and it'd been a few months. And I was really missing my friends. I hadn't done anything since the start of the pandemic, and it was really getting to me. And I knew I wanted to write a song called A Trip to the Moon. And so I gathered all these feelings and all these missing having sleepovers and staying up talking late at night. And this is a love song to my friends who I haven't seen in a while, and to anyone who is missing someone. This is for them. I like to watch all the stars we used to watch together from the mountaintop. Hey, how you been? How you friends? It's been a while since the last time we could just talk. And I've had many nights alone, staring outside my window, hoping to see you coming to lift me off. 'Cause the nights with you are like a trip to the moon. The nights with you take me on a trip to the moon. Since you've been gone, I've had a lot of time to miss you, and I hope you miss me too. Ingrained in my mind is the image of your beautiful eyes of midnight blue. And I've had many days at home, just staring at my phone, hoping I'd see you calling, and hope that it's watch together from the mountaintop. And under my bed is a letter that you never read, and it says that the nights with you are like a trip to the moon. The nights with you take me all the way to the moon. The nights with you are like a trip to the moon. The nights with you take me all the way to the moon.
Woo. Oh, that was so beautiful. That makes me nostalgic for being a teenager as well and hanging out with friends those nights. So you were talking a bit about the past year and being in this pandemic. How has that changed things for you in your music, and how have you kind of made use of that time? Because it seems like you've been very productive even with all of that going on.
Thank you. In the past year, so before the pandemic started, I was kind of dependent on performances. Just that's what I thought I had to do because I was still pretty new to the scene, and I was working on an EP, and I just had a really hard time adjusting at first because it was a massive change for everyone, and I didn't know what to do. But I decided I wanted to learn how to produce for myself since I couldn't really meet with a producer or like earn money for production. So I took a class at the Beat Lab Academy, and it was an adult Ableton certification class, and I got certified in 6 months with Ableton music production. And also I've been working on just writing songs and compiling and branding and all that jazz.
Amazing. That is so rad that you are getting into producing yourself as well. Just especially for a female and somebody so young, you don't see a lot of that in the industry. So that is really cool to hear. And you self-produced your most recent single, is that right?
Yes, my song The One, which I released in February, my most recent single, is produced all by myself, and I recorded it in my bedroom, produced it in my bedroom, and I did a lot of mixing in my bedroom, but then my instructor helped mix and master the rest of it. And yeah, I'm really proud of it. But yeah, I recorded that myself and produced it.
Congrats. That is so great. Yeah, the song sounds amazing. You all should go check it out on Spotify. I'll put the link to it for sure in the chat. Awesome. Congrats on that too. Yeah, it's definitely there's gonna be unstoppable with all of your skills for sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so you have another one for us?
Yeah, I got one more song for you. I wrote this around the same time as The Trip to the Moon, so it kind of is sonically similar. And it's kind of about feeling like friend zoned, basically. Yeah, I've been there before. I know a lot of other people have been there, and it's called Girl Next Door. Every chance, offered up my hand for you to take if I wasn't your plan. Goodbye was all you had to say, but no, I said over there see your hands run through her hair. I could cry, say it's not fair. I know I'm just the girl next door, watching you fall for her. Halfway across the road, I'll just be the girl next door, and I'll be fine. So much time, convinced myself you would come around someday. I hope she makes you smile, and you don't see through everyone. I fake to think I sat over there, thinking you might actually care. It could have been our love affair. No, I'm just the girl next door, watching you fall for her. Halfway across the road, I'll just be the girl next door, and I'll be fine. I'll be fine. You get to be the boy next door, perfectly adoring her. You crush my heart and let it burn. You get to be the boy next door. I'm just a girl next door, suddenly dying for what we would have been for sure. I'll just be the girl next door. I'll just be the girl next door, and I'll be fine.
Awesome.
You.
Thank you, Aspen. You sound amazing. Can't tell that you're sick at all, by the way. You sound
Thank you.
really great. So if anybody has any questions, you can feel free to pop them in the chat, but I do have a few more questions for you. I'm wondering about your songwriting process because it seems that songwriting comes very naturally to you, and I'm just curious, how does an idea usually get started for you? Do you start on the guitar or with lyrics, or does it kind of depend?
A lot of the time, well, it depends on what I'm writing about. But a lot of the time, I'll have a title. I have like a list of titles that I like thought of, and I'm super excited about, and then just I'll be thinking about the title and try to come up with a chorus. Usually, is the first thing I start with, and I just start singing that chorus over and over in my head and trying to get it right. And if I get the right chorus, usually I put it down on the guitar and into voice memos and just start working around from there and thinking like, what does this mean? And sometimes if it's conceptual, I'll usually start with a line. Um, yeah, and it comes a lot of different ways. If I'm like really upset about something or super inspired by something, I'll just sit down and some of my songs I've written in like 10 minutes, just because I needed to write them. Um, yeah, and then sometimes if I'm really trying and I don't really have many ideas, I just start like making stuff up. I'll be like, I want to write in a certain style, and sometimes I've gotten better at guitar in the past year. And sometimes if I'm just trying to write something, I'll start with a guitar riff and work from there.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I love that it usually starts with a title for you. So do you have like a long list that you're always adding to of titles?
Yeah. Yeah, I try, and then sometimes I like come up with like a storyline between the different titles, and then like, okay, this song is this, and it'll tell the story of this.
Well, interesting. Awesome.
Thank you.
I was wondering, so do Do you have any advice for other, young people who may be wanting to get into songwriting or making their own music, but just kind of don't see that clear path? I was thinking about it, and I also started playing guitar and writing songs around the same age as you, which was a very long time ago. But it was hard to always like really see that as a career path that I could believe in or really think was a real option. And I love seeing you and how you're just going for all of it and building your skills in all these different areas. So, do you have any advice for other young people who are just interested in getting into it?
Mm-hmm. I think the best advice I could give is just do it. Also, maybe try picking up an instrument. You don't have to be a master at any instrument, but if you learn like a few chords and how to build a chord, uh, that's pretty much all you need. And listen to music with a active ear. Listen like a songwriter. I've heard some people say, and like think of just like the differences between speech and songwriting. And I think a very important thing people need to know that I see a lot of people worried about before they start is that you're gonna fail a lot, and like you're probably gonna write 100 songs before one of them is actually good. um, and I think it's important to recognize that and know that everyone starts somewhere, and you gotta get the bad out before the good comes, and soon enough you'll be writing really good songs.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is great advice. I think a lot of us let that perfectionism stop us. So just doing it, just do it. That's definitely great advice. And don't stop yourself too early. Yeah, it takes a while to get there. So, what's next for you, Aspen? What are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm working on a few different EPs that I've written, leaning more into rock and pop, like acoustic pop, uh, kind of southern rock. And I've got like 15 songs that I'm ready to record, and I'm working on figuring all that out right now. And I'm trying to get back into performing slowly but surely as things are opening up, and I'm really excited about that. The second two songs I sang are gonna be going on the next EP, so keep an eye out for that.
Awesome. So exciting. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Aspen, and for having the conversation. I really enjoyed getting to hear a little bit more about your process, and good luck with everything. You'll have to come back and share some more stuff with us sometime in the future.
Thank you so much for having me. I had so much fun, and this is the first show I've done like since the beginning of 2020. So I'm really grateful for being here, and I'll definitely be stopping by in the future.
Awesome. Yes, please do. Well, I'm very honored to have you back for your first show in a while. It was a treat to get to hear you again. So,
Thank you.
I'm going to switch back to the gallery view for our performers just so we can say goodbye to everybody and finish us out. So, thanks to everybody who performed tonight: Kella, Corey, Rich, and Aspen. And thanks to Golden Lotus Studio for hosting these amazing artists. Thanks to everyone who watched. And please join us again for our next open mic, which will be the first Saturday of August. And until then, stay cool. Have a good summer. We'll see you then.